What is a government security or GSEC? Gilt-edged security or government bond? We call it in many names, but do we really know what government securities are and how many types of government securities are there in India? So we will try to answer all of that in this edition of Knowledgeist. But before that, if you have not subscribed us yet, kindly subscribe, like and share the video if you like it. So let's start. What is government security? To understand government security or government bonds, we have to understand what is a bond. Bond is a debt instrument or it is essentially a loan. The issuer takes a loan from the investors and it is quite opposite to the shares. Shares are ownerships. When you buy a share of a company, you buy its ownership, whereas when you buy a bond from a company, you essentially give a loan to that company or to that nation or to that issuer. And the main features of government securities are here on your screens. It is firstly, it is tradable. That means it can be changed from one hand to another. So, and it is issued by Reserve Bank of India in India, but the real issuers are the central government and the state government. On behalf of them, the Reserve Bank of India issues and manages the GSEC market in India. And it acknowledges the debt of the government. That means when government floats a bond, they or opens a bond for public subscriptions, they allow public to give them a loan, right? So when you take a or buy a bond, you give loan to your country or to your state government. And it can be of two types, short term and long term. Short term means up to 1 year and long term up to 2 years. So the types of GSEC, we said it is short term like treasury bills where original maturity is less than 1 year, and long term is of dated securities or government bonds where the original maturities are more than 1 year. In India, the central government issues both treasury bills and bonds, or the bonds are essentially called dated securities, while state government issues only bonds or dated securities which are called state development loans. So that means government issues short term securities and long term securities, but the state government can issue only long term securities in form of SDLs or state development loans. And GSECs carry practically no risk of default and hence they are called risk-free instruments. In other words, gilt-edged instruments or golden instruments, you can say, because you are giving a loan to your sovereign nation and your nation never defaults. Okay, countries like poor countries, rogue nations default, but countries, prosperous countries like India never default. So that's why they are risk-free. And the first type of GSEC is the treasury bill. These are short-term instruments and it is called money market instruments. What is the difference between money market instrument and capital market instrument? Money markets, the maturity of money market instrument is up to 1 year, whereas the capital market instruments maturity is beyond 1 year. So that is capital market, and any security that is issued or matures within 1 year is called money market instrument. So treasury bill essentially is a money market instrument and it has of three maturity types: 91 day, 182 day and 364 days, right? So treasury bills are zero coupon securities. They pay no interest, and when they pay no interest, why should one invest in treasury bills? Because it is issued at discount and redeemed at face value. What that mean? That means that if a 91-day treasury bill is carrying a face value of rupees 100, then it is issued at 98.2 rupees, for example, right? So on maturity of 91 days, you will be getting entire rupees 100 for your investment of rupees 98.2. That means of every 98.2 rupees invested, you are getting a return of rupees 1.8. So that is the essential feature of a treasury zero coupon treasury bill. Then comes the cash management bill. Cash management bill is when government requires money for less than 91 days, they will go for a cash management bill. It is issued in 2010 and it is issued to meet the temporary mismatches of the cash flow of the government of India. For 91 days and above, government has treasury bills, but for a period before 91 days, if government requires money, they will go with cash management bills. Hope you understand. And then comes the dated securities or government bonds. It carries a fixed or floating coupon. Coupon in a bond market, coupon means the interest rate, which is paid on the face value on half yearly basis. And generally the tenor of the bonds, government bonds or dated G-Secs are ranging from 5 years to 40 years. So remember, when you talk about interest rate, it is called coupon in bond market, and the interest we are receiving is called the yield. Okay, the total return we are receiving is called the yield. So how a government securities or the government bond looks like, what are there mentioned in the face of the government bond? Then first comes the coupon. If it is, say it is 7.17% paid on face value, this is the interest the government security carries. Name of the issuer, that is the government of India. When it is issued, maturity date, when it is going to be mature, it's in this case it is 10 years from 2018. Coupon payment dates, that means when the interest will be paid to the borrower, to the investor. It is half yearly. Here in this case, borrower is the government. So it is half yearly, in every half year. That means in July 8th and in January 8th, they will be paying the coupon or the interest, and the minimum amount that one can invest or issue is rupees 10,000. These are the essential things that should be found mentioned in a government bond. So here is another interesting fact, the naming of government securities. If a government security is having a 6% or 6.05% coupon rate, matures in the year 2019, then the name or serial number of the government security should be 6.05% GS 2019. If two of them fall in the same year, then one of them will carry the month name with it, like 6.05% GS 2019 Feb, if that matures in the month of February of 2019. The other one will carry the only the name of the year with it, right? So each security is assigned with a unique number, which is called ISIN, International Security Identification Number, to avoid any kind of misunderstanding among the investors. Also remember that the Public Debt Office of Reserve Bank of India acts as the registry or depository of G-Secs and deals with the issue, interest payment, repayment of principal, and at maturity. Most of the dated securities are fixed coupon securities. Okay, in India, or the securities, the government securities that are issued by RBI on behalf of the government are fixed coupon securities. We will try to understand all types of securities in coming slides. So then, which one is the depository for G-Secs? The Public Debt Office or PDO. The coupon payment, if the coupon payment date falls on a Sunday or on another holiday, then the coupon payment or the interest payment is made on the next working day. It is many a times asked in bank interviews and bank exams. However, if the maturity date falls on a Sunday or a holiday, the redemption proceeds are paid on the previous working day. Okay, so remember, if the interest payment date falls on a Sunday, interest will be paid on next day, that means Monday. If it falls on a Sunday, if the maturity date falls on a Sunday, then the maturity amount can be transferred on the previous working day, that means on a Saturday. So various types of instruments we will learn now. Fixed rate bonds. Fixed rate bonds are the bonds that carry a fixed coupon rate or fixed interest rate. Most of the government securities in India carry it. Floating rate bonds are the securities which don't have a fixed coupon rate. Instead, it has a variable coupon rate which is reset or on a pre-announced intervals, like in every 6 months they will be paying it. Okay, then comes the zero coupon bonds, which one we discussed in case of treasury bills, like it is issued at a discount price and redeemed at a face value. Okay, then comes the inflation indexed bonds. these are the bonds wherein the both interest flows or the coupon flows and principal amounts are protected against the inflation. The inflation indexed used in IIBs or the inflation indexed bonds may be on wholesale price index or the consumer price index, depending upon the decision of Reserve Bank of India. And the government of India through RBI issued IIBs that are linked to WPI in the year 2013. Then comes the capital indexed bonds. These are the bonds the principal of which is linked to one accepted index of inflation with a view to protect the principal amount of the investors from inflation. So both of them are the bonds which meant to protect the investor in case of rise or the value of the money getting decreased due to inflation. Okay, so the rate is variable, the coupon rate is variable, that will depend upon the inflation figure in India. Okay, so then comes the bonds that comes with a call and put option. It can also be issued with the features of the optionality, wherein the issuer have the option to buy back or to sell it. Buyback is called call option and selling the bond is called the put option. So to the issuer, they can again sell it to the issuer or to the government, and in also during the course of time they can buy back it from the issuer again. So that is a bond with call and put option. Then comes the special securities. What are the special securities? Special securities are various market borrowing programs of Government of India. It is revised from time to time, like in case of oil marketing companies, fertilizer company, on behalf of Food Corporation of India, government issues securities. Okay, so that are special securities and it carries more yield or more interest rate than all other bonds. Okay, then comes the strips. What is strips? Strips is the separate trading of registered interest and principal of securities. These are the securities created by way of separating the cash flow associated with the regular government bonds with semi-annual coupon payment and final principal payment that is to be received from the issuer into separate securities. Okay, and these are zero coupon bonds. More on it we will be discussing in our internal classes, so I am just giving you the outline of various bonds. Sovereign gold bond, I think all of you know about gold bonds. The minimum investment amount in gold bonds are 1 gram. So it is to, as you know that investing gold is a popular product in India, so it is called the paper gold. It's a unique instrument. The price of SGB or sovereign gold bond is linked to gold. So it is, and then comes the 7.75% savings bond or taxable bond. It is taxable under the current taxation laws. Okay, and it carries a 7.75% of interest, right? So these are essentially the types of bonds that is issued in India. So then comes the state development loans of various state governments. It is a bond or a loan raised by various state governments. It is a dated security, that means it's a bond, and through normal auction or similar to the auctions conducted by Government of India, the allocation of SDLs takes place, and the interest in SDLs are served half-yearly intervals, and the principal is repaid on maturity. Like other dated securities, banks can invest in SDLs, state development loans, and show them as part of their SLR. Also, the borrowings are also eligible as collateral borrowing through market repo, as well as borrowing by eligible entities from RBI under liquidity adjustment facility for special repo conducted under repo by CCIL. You know, repo market, repurchase option rate of Reserve Bank of India, where Reserve Bank of India gives the SDLs or government securities as collateral to RBI to take the loans. Okay, which is called repo rate. So it can be, the SDLs can also work as a collateral to take loans under liquidity adjustment facility, that is in case of repo or in special repo operations. What are the benefits of government securities? This provide maximum safety because it is issued by a sovereign nation. It can be held in physical forms or dematerialized forms. The wide range of maturities are available, 91 days to 40 years. Even CMB's cash management bills are of below 91 days. It can also be easily available, can also be easily tradable in secondary market. If you want to sell it, you can sell it immediately. It can also be issued as a collateral to borrow funds in repo market in case of banks. STLs are special securities, oil bonds, etc. provide attractive yields. The alternate, it is another alternate investment option because you should not invest all your money into one basket, so you can diversify with it, and there is also a transparent pricing as far as the government is concerned. And there is a new update, as Reserve Bank of India has opened up the retail direct gilt account for investors. Any retail investors like you and me can invest in government bonds. So for them, the retail direct gilt account is there, and the minimum investment amount through RDG account is rupees 10,000 or minimum 1 gram gold in case of sovereign gold bonds. So that's it in this special edition of Knowledgeist. If you liked this presentation, do like, share and subscribe. So thank you for being with us. Thank you for being with Knowledgeist.